I never believed in the sort of thing you see in horror documentaries, or the videos that pop up at 3 a.m. on YouTube. But last summer, I was house sitting for a friend in upstate New York when something happened that changed my mind forever. My name is Jake. I'm 27, and I live in Brooklyn. My friend Sarah lives in a small town about 2 hours north of the city. She asked me to watch her place for a week while she traveled abroad. I figured it'd be a good change of pace. Quiet woods, open sky, no subway roar. The first day was normal. I unpacked, went for a hike, made myself dinner, brushed my teeth at 11 p.m. Later, I climbed into bed and looked at my phone. That's when the oddness started. I'd set my phone on the nightstand beside the bed. I didn't expect anything would happen. Around 2:13 am I jolted awake, not because of a noise, but because my phone's screen lit up. I sat up. The lock screen said, "Video recording, 12 seconds." And the little red dot was blinking. I thought, what? Did I start recording by mistake? I tapped the screen. The recording stopped. I checked the images. Only black. I deleted the clip and went back to sleep, unsettled. The next morning I told myself I must have done something wrong. Maybe I hit the record button in my pocket. Over the next 2 nights, the same thing happened. Phone lights, automatic recording, no audible sound, nothing evident in the short video except the ceiling fan's shadow. Each time it ended after exactly 12 seconds. On the 3rd night, I awakened at 3:07 a.m. to the recording staring at me. The lens was facing me, full frontal. I froze. The phone beeped quietly, but not an alarm, just the stop recording beep. I picked it up, heart pounding. The clip, 12 seconds. I could see myself in silhouette, wide-eyed. The shadow behind me flickered. I deleted it, but couldn't sleep well after that. My skin crawled. I thought, maybe this house has something weird. Maybe I should leave. But I didn't. I told myself I'd investigate and get more footage if I was brave. The next day I explored the house. Old wood floors, lots of windows with cracked frames, a draft in corners I didn't expect. Sarah had told me the place was built in 1924. Old houses have quirks, I reminded myself. But a phone recording itself? That's not a quirk. That afternoon, I set my phone on video record mode manually and pointed it toward the hallway, then left the room for 10 minutes. Nothing happened. I checked the footage. 10 quiet minutes of hallway. Me entering, nothing else. But that night I left the phone again, screen down, locked, as before. At 2:59 a.m., the screen lit up. But this time there was something else. When I woke, I saw the phone had 12 seconds recorded. I unlocked it. The clip, again black screen for maybe 8 seconds. Then the lens flipped. The hallway behind me, barely lit. And then, a faint shape moving in the corridor, too quick to register clearly. I rewound slowly, paused at 11.2 seconds. A silhouette leaning against the wall, head tilting. I felt ice in my veins. I shut off the phone, switched off the network, moved it to airplane mode. I sat up in bed, heart pounding, ears straining. Eventually, I dropped into a fitful sleep. The next morning I Googled camera activates by itself phone and spirit interference old house recording, but found nothing that matched exactly. I started keeping a journal of times, what I ate, what I did, any dreams. I even asked Sarah if there was any history. She said the previous tenant moved out after 1 month, complaining the house felt wrong. She didn't elaborate. That night I decided to record continuously from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. I used an older phone, placed it on the hallway floor pointing toward the living room door so I could see anything moving. I set my alarm for 6 a.m. and placed the phone on Do Not Disturb. At 3:33 a.m. the phone's front camera lit up and started capturing low-light footage. In the video I saw the living room door open a crack. A faint outline of someone or something slipped into the frame. It moved slowly, silent, toward the sofa. Then it paused. Then it walked past the camera lens, and the lens captured the bottom of a long coat or robe. No face. Just the coat's hem brushing the floor. Then the phone locked and the recording ended. Total: 7 minutes and 33 seconds. I watched the clip 3 times before I threw the phone across the room. By now I realized I couldn't ignore it. I had to confront whatever was in the house. Around midnight, I armed myself with a flashlight and my phone. I walked slowly down the hallway, past the living room, toward the basement door. The basement was unlocked. The handle was cold. I flipped on the light. Stairs descended into darkness. I heard nothing. I shone the flashlight around. Old tools, dusty boxes, a rusty furnace. But on a shelf, I saw a small antique pewter box that caught my attention. Under it was a piece of paper, handwriting faded. It said, "They watch when you sleep." I don't know who wrote it or what they meant. I took a photo, closed the basement door, locked it, went back upstairs. I set the camera up again. This time I needed to know what was really happening. At about 2:47 a.m. the light flickered. The living room lamp went off. I heard a whisper, soft but clear. "Why did you bring him?" My heart stopped. I looked toward the sofa. The flash of my phone's camera triggered when motion detection hit. On the screen, I saw a figure seated on the sofa. Legs crossed, hands resting on the armrest, head tilted backward so only the jawline was visible. Then the lamp flickered back on. The figure vanished. I replayed the clip, static for 0.8 seconds, then the figure, 2.3 seconds of it sitting, then camera locked. I muted the phone, dropped it face down, locked myself in my room till dawn. Morning came. I packed. I texted Sarah, "Something's wrong, I'm leaving." I left the house and drove back to Brooklyn. I didn't wait for Sarah to return. I figured I'd tell her later. That night I placed my phone under the pillow, flipped it off, but I still woke at 3:33 a.m. My heart racing. I checked the phone. It was off, but the screen showed video recording 12s, and the red dot blinked. I grabbed it. I unlocked it. Black screen. Then a whisper. "Still watching." I smashed the phone. I threw it in the trash. I moved the SIM card to a spare phone. I haven't slept fully since. I moved out of Brooklyn and stayed with my sister upstate for a week. Weeks later, Sarah texted me. She'd been told by a neighbor that the house had been vacant for 2 years before she moved in. After a tragic event, a man died in the basement. Tenant before the 2-year gap. Cause unknown. The pewter box, the note, I don't know what they meant. I don't want to go back. I don't know if they are gone. Maybe they never left. So here I am sharing this with you. I don't know if you believe me. I don't know what to believe, but if you ever stay alone in an old house and your phone records itself, ask who made it happen. If you enjoyed this story and you want more like it, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And if you've had a similar experience, share it in the comments below. I'll see you next time, if I'm still being watched.